One of the most common things that tends to hold us back from starting on our health and trying to lose the weight and improve our energy and confidence and so on is the fact that we're unsure on what we need to do in order to get results. And then at the same time, I say that, and we also know exactly what it is we need to do. The problem is we're unsure if the things that we already know are going to be good enough to get us the results that we want within the time frame that we think that our results should be achieved. So, for example, if I know that I have to eat better and I know I have to start exercising, then all I really need to do is start doing that. But the catch is there's a part of me that says, well, does my current knowledge of exercise and my current knowledge of nutrition, is it adequate to get me the results that I want? Or do I need to find a different diet and a different exercise program that's going to get me the results even quicker? Because I'm so sick of not having the results that I want, so sick of this taking so fucking long that I don't want to waste time. I want to be able to know that, right, this is the diet I need. This is the exercise plan I need. So now when I start taking action, I'm guaranteed a return upon my investment of time, money, effort, energy, and so on. Now, the catch is ultimately we can't guarantee shit because it depends where we're actually at right now with our current status of health. So if our body is too unhealthy, we might then start an exercise plan and a new diet that should help us lose weight. But because our body is so unhealthy, it cannot give the resources required to weight loss. Because instead, what it's trying to do is actually heal you. It wants you to get better first because physiologically, our body does not give a shit what we look like. The system is purely set up for survival, and therefore it will do everything it can to keep you alive and operating and functioning, but essentially just to be alive. Yes, of course, it wants us to thrive ultimately so that we can be the best version we can be and all that sort of shit. But the truth is your body cares about survival first, not aesthetics. So if we are not healthy enough, we might do what we think is required to lose weight and to burn fat and to improve the look of our body. But if we are not healthy enough, our body will not give resources to that. So the catch is, it's like, well, I now have to have this time period, this latency, where I allow my body to heal before I can reveal the aesthetic frame that I want to show off. Oh, I want more muscle. I want more definition. I want more tone or whatever it might be that you're looking for. That can sometimes take time because we're not yet healthy enough to get it. But assuming we are healthy enough, let's say, well, my health hasn't declined that much. It should just be a case of, well, I need to start eating better and start moving more. Well, what should I do? I'm unsure where I should begin. The first thing that we want to do, 9 times out of 10 for the average person, just start moving. Now, you might go, well, I move a bit already, but we probably need to move more. Most of us end up overweight, or most of us that do end up overweight, there is at least a certain level of not doing enough. We're relatively sedentary compared to what we probably could be, and therefore that's obviously contributing to our body's current state of being overweight or our inability to lose weight. Now, the advantage with moving, sometimes even before nutrition, is that it acts as a perfect keystone behavior or an anchor habit. Now, what I mean by that is, if you guys know what a keystone is, it's the stone at the center of an arch in brickwork. And without that keystone, the arch will collapse. Now, for many of us, what we find is if we are not exercising, we feel like there's no real purpose to eating better. It's like, well, I'm not going to the gym, I'm not training, I'm not exercising. So what's the point of me eating well? I've not got anything to support by this act of eating better. So for many of us, we actually have to do exercise or some form of increased movement before we will see a purpose behind putting in the effort to actually eat better. Now, of course, in reality, most of us could actually just change our diet, not change our exercise or our movement level at all, and we would start getting our fat loss results. The catch is, for many of us, is quite often we don't necessarily build the body we want doing it that way. Yeah, we'll lose weight. Yeah, we burn some fat. But because we're not building or necessarily focusing on sustaining muscle mass, what then tends to happen is we end up skinny fat, which is where we're slim, but we still have a relatively high percentage of body fat. We still have a body that we're not necessarily proud of or that we think is aesthetic or looks good. So we're still lacking confidence. We're still lacking self-esteem. We can't assert ourselves. We're still self-conscious when we take our shirt off at the beach, for example. And of course, those are things we're trying to get away from. So when we have that foundation of movement built in, particularly if it's focused exercise or training that is designed to actually build a particular type of physique that we're looking for, now when we do turn on the nutrition tap and start eating properly, eating the right foods in the right ratios and the right amounts and so on, now that's when we start to get the actual results that we want. That's when we see the body and the shape that we actually want to see. And that's what then gives us the confidence, not only just in, oh, well, I can now take my shirt off and not feel self-conscious about it or worry about people looking at me and judging me, but it also gives us the confidence and the certainty to step up in other areas of our lives because we know, oh, when I take action, I get results. When I do these things, I get results. When I sit around and think about it and procrastinate and worry, is this the right action, the wrong action? Do I need a different diet, a different exercise plan? What happens is we overthink ourselves to the point of exhaustion and therefore don't take action. We create so much uncertainty that it becomes even harder for us to move forward. But as my coach and mentor said to me once before, you can't think your way out of a crisis. What that means is we have to take action, and then the results of our actions reveal the answers that we require. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Well, guess what? Just start taking action. If you're unsure where you should start with your exercise, just start. If you're unsure where you should start with nutrition, just start. As long as what you are doing is better, it's going to yield some form of result. And then the result that you get, which is essentially the data you need, will inform you of the answers that you seek. And therefore, you can now tweak and adapt the action that you're taking to then obviously channel or target the specific results that you're after. So if I want to burn just body fat, then that's what you can target. If I want to burn body fat and build muscle, well, that's what I can target based on the new actions that I take, which are dictated or expressed to me or revealed to me by the actions that I start taking in the first place. But just making sure that we put exercise in as our foundational habit. For many of us, particularly as men and as busy entrepreneurs, we tend to want to do things. It's like we're a doer. We rarely like to remove things and kind of self-care and nurture. But as part of that, instead, well, we can go, okay, well, let me do something here. Let me create an action that feels purposeful that can then actually create purpose in other areas too. Oh, because I'm training now, that means I probably would benefit more if I was eating well. Oh, because I'm training now and eating well, I would probably benefit from getting more rest and recovery because now my body can have the time required to recover from the exercise, plus have the time required to make use of those raw resources that I'm bringing in through the new improved nutrition and so on. So we want to create a purpose. And one of the best ways to do that is through movement. And when I say movement, for you, it might just be I'm going for a walk. I'm going to go running. I like to swim. I like to dance. I like to play with my kids. Or it could be, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym. I've got a focused, specific program that I'm going to train in. That could be one you just download offline. Could be one you get off me if you wanted. It could be from anywhere, but it might be more specific and more focused to a particular outcome. But as well as creating that outcome of fat loss or muscle building or improved energy, it's also going to give you that purpose you need to then start working on the other pillars, your metabolic meals, your metabolic melatonin, and maintaining that metabolic mindset so that you can move forward purposefully inside your metabolic movement. So that's what I got for you guys today. If you've got any questions around this, drop them below. If you want me to create a program for you, just reach out to me in the DM. Say, hey, Tyrone, I'm struggling. I've got no time, or I'm not sure what type of exercise or program I should do first. And I can give you guys access to my 12 at 12 workouts, which are literally workouts you can get done and dusted in 15 minutes or less. And they will still give you an awesome fat burning result. And it saves you having to rob more time from your already hectic and busy schedule, but will still allow you to get the awesome results that you want. So if you want those, either drop a comment below or reach out to me in the DMs. And if not, I look forward to chatting with you guys in my next video. Take it easy, people.